Hi everyone. Thank you very much for being here. I'll just make a few comments and then I'll throw to questions from local media. I just want to say it's such a wonderful experience to be here at Mbokona Community High School here in West Honiara, and it is so wonderful to have spent some time with the students and to see firsthand what Australian aid, what Australian partnership can contribute. And one of the things that we all know is that if we're serious about continuing to build a brighter future for Solomon Islands, we have to invest in education, and Australia is very privileged to be your number one development partner, and we commit to continuing to be your number one partner. I've had a wonderful visit today. We think it's so important that ministers from Australia, ministers from development partners and economic partners come to Solomon Islands to listen to your priorities, to listen to the things that matter to you, to meet with the community. So I'm very privileged to be here for my third visit, be here as Australia's Foreign Minister, and my visit comes shortly after the visit of course, of our Deputy Prime Minister, who was here on his 11th visit. So he really has spent a lot of time over many years in your wonderful country. As you know, I met with the new Prime Minister Manele. I welcomed the discussion we had where he spoke about the opportunity to transform our relationship in accordance with your priorities, the priorities of Solomon Islands. I look forward to continuing that conversation. We're up for a much larger partnership with Solomon Islands in accordance with your priorities. We're up for that, and we want to have that discussion as equals and as partners in the days and weeks to come. The announcement today, the science lab that you saw, is just one part of a bigger announcement, a bigger investment that Australia is making alongside New Zealand. We are investing $29 million in Solomon Island terms across the education system, providing critical educational infrastructure to 40 schools across 9 provinces. So what you saw today is one of the investments, but imagine that rolled out across 40 schools. So that is a really good thing, and we're really pleased to have partnered with Solomon Islands Government and New Zealand to deliver that. The other announcement today, as you know, was with UNICEF to provide water and bathroom facilities across 30 schools in Central Province. This matters. Making sure we have these facilities at school matters. It matters in terms of health, but it also matters particularly for girls' attendance. And we see that around the world where you provide washrooms and those facilities, you're more likely to see girls' attendance. It's a small way we can assure that we get the benefit of the minds and potential of all of the people of the Solomon Islands. I'm happy to take questions. You go.
Welcome back to Solomon Islands.
Thank you.
For the ABC. We last met in 2022 when you were here. My question is, why is Solomon Islands so important to Australia? What does Australia offer to Solomon Islanders that other countries cannot offer?
Well, I would speak about what we offer. We see ourselves as part of a Pacific family. We see that we share a region, we share an ocean, we share history. We're so close in terms of our geography. But what is most important is our futures are tied together. And we see that your development, your security, your stability matters to us because we are all more secure, we are all more prosperous when all the countries of the region can grow, develop and assure their own sovereignty and stability. We believe that in a world that is more contested, what we want is a region, Pacific Islands region, that is peaceful, stable and prosperous. We want a Pacific Island region where all of us can make our own decisions, can exercise our sovereignty without fear, and where we can all grow and live together peacefully. That's what we want, and that's what we seek to offer. As I said to you, we come as respectfully to listen. We want to work, and we seek to work as equals and partners. And what you see is very senior members of the Australian government, like the second most senior person and the third most senior person in our government, have been here in just a matter of 2 weeks. And that tells you something about the priority we give this relationship.
Sally from India, Solomon.
Hello.
On geopolitics, Australia has been a long-time traditional partner of Solomon Islands. And last week, the Prime Minister of Solomon Islands announced that geopolitics is really here. And then we have this week, he also met with the Chinese ambassador to affirm the commitment to the One China policy. And also you meet with the Prime Minister. What's your take on, especially as a long-time traditional partner of Solomon Islands?
I can speak for Australia. Yeah, I can tell you what Australia's priorities are. We're your number one partner, and we want to continue to be that. We see the importance of working together as equals and partners. We want to listen and work respectfully with you, and that's how we approach this. We accord great weight to this relationship. As I said, you've had the second and third most senior people in the Australian government visit in just under a few weeks. And I welcome Prime Minister Manele's views about this being an opportunity, this time being an opportunity to transform our relationship in accordance with Solomon Island priorities. You see, we're up for a much bigger, much deeper partnership with Solomon Islands. We're up for that, and we're open to that in accordance with your priorities. And I hope together what we will see next time, or 5 or 10 years, the next students have even better schools and better facilities and more opportunities to live and work in Australia. I mean, one of the things I'm going through later today is a meeting with some Pacific Australia Labour Mobility workers, the PALM scheme. We know how important that is. We'd like to talk about how we might grow that even more and grow the skills opportunities for young Solomon Islanders. We will be announcing more training opportunities later today. These are the sorts of priorities that you speak to us of. I think 7,500 jobs that people want, job seekers each year, and that we need to work together to make sure as many of those young people as possible have the opportunity for long-term and fulfilling jobs.
Simon from SIBC.
Hello.
First of all, thank you very much for such a great support.
Thank you.
I'm just asking if you could elaborate on the Australian Solomon Islands, what you want to achieve in the education sector in the long term.
I think you would have seen that we continue to invest in education. As I said, today is one announcement out of many associated with our education investment. Some 40 schools will benefit from similar facilities, and in addition we have the washroom facilities with UNICEF. That's another 30 schools. But more broadly, we are your top development partner, and we want to continue that. Anyone else?
I'm Indy with Islands newspaper.
I'm sorry?
I'm Indy with Islands newspaper.
Okay.
My question is, with your discussion with the Prime Minister
Yeah.
yesterday and other ministers,
Yeah.
how would you describe it? Are you satisfied with the outcome?
Oh, look, I'm very grateful for the level of engagement at senior levels of the government that I've been honoured to receive. I really enjoyed meeting Prime Minister Manele. Obviously, he was your foreign minister, so I know him well. We've worked with each other over many years. I met with your foreign minister, Minister Chanel. I was very grateful for him for hosting me. I've met with your police minister, also met with the finance minister, former Prime Minister Sogavare. So I'm very honoured to have received the level of engagement at senior levels of your government that I have, and I thank them. I thank them for their courtesy and for their hospitality, for their Pacific hospitality. As I said to you, this is an opportunity with a new government for us to look at how we might work together even more. It's an opportunity to transform our relationship in accordance with Solomon Island priorities, and that really was the focus of our discussions, and it's an ongoing discussion, and we're really pleased to be part of it.
There were discussions with former Prime Minister Manasi Sogavare in his capacity as the Finance Minister. Were there discussions on budgetary support from Australia?
Well, as I said, we're up for a bigger relationship across the board, and obviously we understand there's the difficult circumstances that Solomon Islands face, and what I would say is our focus is not just on the now, but what is it we can do together to build a brighter future, because that sovereignty means assuring that you can maintain your own stability, that you have your economic sovereignty, you're economically resilient, you can continue to grow your economy, and you can continue to lift your people's education and skills level. So we're very conscious that this is a discussion about all of the aspects of working together in accordance with your priorities to assure an even brighter future for Solomon Islands. Yes?
Technically from our FM, thank you for coming. Just a question. As you mentioned, this is part of a greater or bigger announcement. How soon are we going to know other announcements? At the end of today or...?
Well, I think we're happy to give you more information, but this announcement today is part of constructing similar education infrastructure at 40 schools across Solomon Islands, 9 provinces. So we put in $29 million of Solomon dollar investment across 40 schools in 9 provinces, and then there is a separate announcement, which is the wash facilities, water and bathroom facilities, and there are 30 schools across Central Province. So you'll see there, you've got investments in many schools. It was great to have an opportunity to come here and speak with the students as they did an experiment, and I look forward to coming here again. Thank you very much.
Thank you.